about to take off.
Today is gonna be great. It's not even up for debate because tonight it's time for check and mate.
Oh, that was fun.
With your host, the number one entertainer, puts a whip in the game like a lion tamer. It's the one and only game changer. And his hostess with the mostest, a woman so fast she'll make a man lose focus. It's sweet melody. Love what she's telling me. The way she kills it, it's a felony.
Oh my God, I love it. I gotta
Stick around to the end. If you don't, it's a cardinal sin. Now let the games begin.
Welcome to Checkmate. I'm your co-host Game Changer, and here we have the lovely Melody Amber. How you doing today?
I'm doing well. I'm just kind of wet. I just came in from the crazy weather, but other than that, I'm doing great. How about you?
Ooh, kind of wet.
Yeah, kind of wet.
Yeah, I am doing well. I'm doing well. Melody, I have to say this. I have to.
Okay.
You know, you got competition for sexy co-host. For the Sexy Co-Host Awards, you got competition.
I got competition.
You got competition. The lead attorney's co-host, she can get it. She can get it.
Oh, I got competition. Okay, I gotta actually see her. I never seen her before.
Yeah, you got friendly competition.
Okay. Well, I have to go check that out.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do respect beautiful women. I do. I'm not a hater. I give the credit where it's due. So, got to check her out.
Yeah, cool. She's light-skinned.
I knew it. If you were saying she was hot, I knew she was going to be light-skinned.
Wait, you really think I have a thing for light-skinned?
I mean, it's confusing because sometimes you're like, ooh, Rashida Strober is hot. I like them tickle bitties. And then you're like, ooh, I love me a light-skinned girl. So...
I mean, skin complexion isn't a main factor as long as it goes with your features, in my opinion.
Right. Exactly. Well, I am the type of woman, I'm in the middle, so I'm like a caramel. Mm-hmm. So in the summertime, I can get brown, and then in the wintertime, I can get very, very light. So yeah, that's the caramel complected women like me.
Is Jersey a place that it snows?
Oh yeah, definitely snows here. We got 4 seasons, so my complexion is all over the place. Like I was a lot lighter until I went to Jamaica and on a cruise. Now I'm a little darker. And next month I'm going on another cruise, so you're gonna see the difference in skin complexion as well. So yeah, I love my caramel complexion, which
Where
some
are you going
people
next
like.
month?
Oh, we're going on a cruise to St. Thomas, Puerto Rico, and DR.
Okay.
Right. Irby said, "You're light skinned to me." Well, that's the thing, Irby. This is the thing about my complexion. So, like, I'm a yellow bone. Yellow bones, we turn different colors every season. Red bones, like you have the Ice Spice and the people like that. Those are the really, really light skinned women. You know, those women usually can't tan. They just stay light all year round. But with me, I can get very, very dark. This picture right here, it's a dark picture. This was actually in the summertime that I took this picture. And look how dark I am here. You know, so it depends.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, let's get into this show. So actually, let's talk about P. Diddy and the new allegations.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna pull that up. Hold on. Can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so Diddy's lawyer speaks out after Diddy is accused of sexual harassment and assault by a former male employee.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so it says he's facing another lawsuit after a former employee filed documents claiming that Diddy assaulted him. Rodney Jones, a former producer and videographer for Diddy, accuses the mogul of harassing, drugging, and threatening him for more than a year. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, it does seem like once he paid Cassie, now everybody got their hand out.
It does. It seems like, see, in my opinion, these alleged things probably did happen. Because everybody know that Diddy, he's known for these crazy elaborate parties, and there have been rumors about him since since the 90s. There were rumors about Diddy. So all of these people can't be lying. Some of these allegations got to be true, and I'm not saying this one is true,
Why
but
do you say that?
it
Why do you say all these people can't be lying? Like they all can be lying. When I was a kid, I used to say that. I used to say, "Nah, Santa Claus got to be real. All these adults can't be lying." But surely enough, they all were. Each and every single one of them, right down to the guy at the mall.
No, I get you, GC, but what I'm saying is these allegations been going on for a long time. Like,
Santa
and
Claus
even
been going on
others,
for a long time.
right?
It
But
is
even
possible for a large group of people to lie. And I'm not saying this to defend Diddy. I'm just saying, I'm really saying it to defend Cosby. People
oh yeah,
can
Cosby
lie
didn't.
in mass.
Right, but Cosby's a different story to me because
Not much different.
no, but these women, I do believe that they did take this. I don't know what the name of the narcotic is, but I do believe that they all got together and took these narcotics, but willingly.
Quaaludes, yeah.
Quaalude, yeah, they took them willingly. So Diddy, I mean not Diddy. I'm sorry. Cosby is probably not lying when he said, "Yeah, I gave it. We all took them," but the women just lied. They wanted money. But in this situation with Diddy, it's like a lot of celebrities came out. A lot of people just came out about him, and I just honestly don't think he's lying. I don't. I really don't. I
I
don't
mean,
think people are
maybe,
lying.
maybe not. I say that the man is innocent until proven guilty. He hasn't been proven guilty. And this new person, he just seen that the vault's open. He's seen what Cassie got. Well, he didn't see what Cassie got, but he know that Cassie got a lot. And he's like, what are you willing to pay me to stop these rumors? And then there'll be another one and another one and another one.
Right. Well, his attorney said Lil Rod is nothing more than a liar who filed a $30 billion lawsuit, shamelessly looking for an undeserved payday. His reckless name dropping about events that are pure fiction and simply did not happen is nothing more than a transparent attempt to garner headlines. So that's what Diddy's attorney said. We have overwhelming, indisputable proof that his claims are complete lies. Our attempts to share this proof with Mr. Jones' attorney, Tyrone Blackburn, have been ignored. So he's been ignoring it. All right. We will address these outlandish allegations in court and take all appropriate action against those who make them. Okay. Well, I don't know. So you're saying it could be lies, right?
Yes. People are capable of lying, especially $30 billion. What kind of crap is that?
Yeah, that's crazy.
What kind of crap is I want $30 billion for this BJ? What kind of crap is that?
Yeah, it's not a good look. I mean, why didn't you come out before? That's my problem I have with all of these people coming out now.
Exactly. Same with Cosby.
Right. But I don't know.
I mean, I think that the difference is that Diddy is a reputed freak and Cosby had his dirty laundry aired. So it's more believable with Diddy.
Exactly. And then not only that, but we also heard Diddy say a lot of weird things in video clips. Diddy is known for saying crazy things. And I remember he was on Drink Champs with Fabulous and other men. And he was saying, "Oh, I would love to party with you." Like he was saying questionable, weird things, sounding like he was insinuating that, he one of the guys said, "We already partied." He was like, "Yeah, but we didn't really party." Diddy said that. So it's the things he's saying and the way he's saying them that's making this believable to me.
I mean, I'm not saying that it's impossible that, he's bi. I'm not saying that at all.
Right. But not only is he probably bi, but he's just doing weird things. And
I'm not saying he's not doing weird things.
Right.
What I am saying is that he's likely not doing this.
Okay. So
see that and took all my lashes.
Sorry. Go ahead.
It's a hunt. They already got that guy from That 70s Show. He's spending the rest of his life in jail.
Mm-hmm.
The one with that the white dude with the afro kind of look weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, so and this was something that they claimed happened like in 2004 or 2003. It's like, really? How can you prove something like that? I mean, they are just out with it.
Oh yeah, I do believe a lot of people are lying. I do. And Bill Cosby the women with Bill Cosby being one of them. But it's just this Diddy thing. I think he's guilty.
Agreed.
But for them to come out this late, they should be ashamed of themselves. They should have came out so they could have stopped Diddy from doing this crap.
Why do you think he's guilty?
Actually, I'm sorry. I take that back because I think these people wanted this as well. Like, I think Diddy did engage in these activities, but the people aren't victims. Like the other people aren't victims. They actually agreed to do these weird things. That's what
I think that for enough money, Cassie agreed to do to fulfill elaborate sexual fantasies. And I think that this guy was probably not touched at all. And, Diddy just seen an opportunity because he works for him. He's seen an opportunity.
Right. Or he could have been touched and was going to stay quiet. But then he saw what happened with Cassie and then was like, okay, I'm about to get this money too. Or maybe he'll just pay it for hush money.
Mm-hmm.
I do think something happened with this guy and Diddy. No doubt in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's my opinion. And somebody said Diddy is another R. Kelly. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't go that far because we already know that R. Kelly committed some heinous, disgusting things.
Yeah, I knew that he did it like in the early 2000s. I seen a video and, it was quite clear that he did it. and it was him, and they were young.
Right. You actually saw the VHS tape, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Crazy. I never saw anything, but I heard about it. And Diddy. R. Kelly tried to lie and say it was his brother, but everyone's like, no, you can clearly see R. Kelly's face. It was clearly him.
R. Kelly is not a handsome man. You as a woman probably know this. So I think that his brother wouldn't be getting down like that. At least I remember thinking that in the 2000s.
Right.
Like you don't get points for looking like R. Kelly. You get points for being R. Kelly. And by points I mean something else that starts with a P.
Right.
So even if it's his twin, like they're like, oh no, I'm only taking the urine if it is the real R. Kelly.
Right. Yeah, I heard he urinated all over those young girls. It's kind of it's gross.
Yeah, he did. I mean, everybody has fetishes, and the fact that they were young is what made it a legal issue. But I think he got out of it because he had the consent of the parents. But yeah, yeah. But
and
as
also,
far as the urine thing goes, I don't really, judge people too hard for having like particular desires, because to keep it a buck, if I were rich, and I became rich at a very young age, I think that my sexual desires would be far more elaborate than what they are right now.
I can imagine, but it wouldn't include doing weird things with the same gender.
No, and I know because I'm not really wired that way, but I'm talking about the urine
Right.
stuff.
Oh yeah, you have a lot of. I know you probably have a lot of kinks because you speak.
Oh yeah, I do now, and I've never been rich. But I'm saying if I was rich, and I would get bored because my current kinks are rapidly being fulfilled, then I'd probably become more elaborate. But no, it would still stay with women.
Right. No, I get you. But not me. If I was rich, I wouldn't even be like Lori Harvey, where I'm going around dating all these celebrities and Kim Kardashian. I wouldn't be like them because I would want to keep my life private, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying I think because I'm not a celebrity now, but who knows? I mean, I guess they got to do things to stay in the spotlight, and so maybe that's why they put their business out there. But I wouldn't want to put my business out there. I would try to keep it private. But somebody was like, Sean said, of course it's a lie. I honestly don't think it's a lie, Sean, but you're entitled to your opinion. And then I saw something else. Let me see. Oh, and Irby said those parents should have went to jail with him. I do agree with that, because those parents are just as guilty as R. Kelly is. So they should have definitely went to jail. You agree, GC?
I mean, it's a legal thing, See, here's the reason why I don't want to go down this slippery slope, because I mean, what's going on now is you hear cases like this where it's obvious. I think R. Kelly was in his 30s at the time, and he gets it, and he gets what he deserves, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, and then people then it becomes a slippery slope, and then you get some guy in Idaho who meets a girl online, and he flies her in, and she says she's 22 and she looks 22, and when she gets there, she's all of 16, and and he goes down. And there was a case like this. That's why I said that. So he goes down, but even her parents was saying, no, I know my daughter. I know that she lied. We see the messages that they've been sending back and forth. He's a nice man. He's in his early 20s. He didn't know better. Her parents were like, let this dude go. Let this dude who's trying to smash my daughter, and he's not paying the parents, go. Now that's but if you take like this R. Kelly situation, and then you put it next to this situation, like, okay, lock him up and the parents, So, you got to be careful when you create these slippery slopes, because one is bad because it was done for money. The other one is like, okay, parents just don't want to see a young man lose his entire future, his scholarships, his education over a 16-year-old's lie.
Right. Yeah, true. I don't know. It's crazy. The whole situation is crazy. I mean, and I heard the girl looked like 12. I heard he was going as young as 12. So
she sounded like that. Well, I don't know. I don't know what age, but she did sound young.
Yeah, that's scary. And not to mention, he married Aaliyah when she was like 14. But Aaliyah's family member was dropping her off at R. Kelly's house when she was 12, 13.
Well, he got consent. He got consent from the parents to do so. That's how he married her.
Right, exactly. But, who knows what he was doing with her when she was 12 and 13.
He was peeing
when
on
it was
her.
just them by themselves. Yeah, so that whole thing was wild.
And she was peeing on him. That's how she was able to do that belly dance. Like, that's the dance she was doing while she was peeing on him.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even been able to watch that. It's crazy. And Sean said Diddy didn't force him to do that. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I don't think he was forced to do it, but I do think he did it. And that's where I'm going with it. All right, so I want to talk about one more thing before we get to the video. So today I was listening to the radio, and the topic was that social media is messing up the dating world. Like, men aren't approaching women anymore. Like, they're not, like, no matter how hot the woman is or anything like that. And they're missing opportunities because they rather hide behind the computer screen and reach out to women that way. And I know we spoke on this before, but I guess the topic came back up, and I actually did experience something like that because a guy just today, it's funny, it happened just today, was just staring at me. He was just staring at me. He didn't say anything. He was just looking, like, I remember when a man would look at you and say something like, "Oh, you're beautiful, da da da." But this man stared at me the whole time, and it kind of was uncomfortable because he didn't say anything. So I understand what they're saying. But what's your take on that?
Yeah, there's a number of things going on. I don't think that it's because of the convenience of being online that's stopping men from approaching. I think that because of the amount of attention that women get online, that men women have become more conceited and less approachable.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's really what's going on. And because think about, like, how many penises approaching do a woman really need? Like, if you're an attractive woman and okay, I'll put it like this. Did you want that guy in the store to approach you?
No.
So what's the complaint? I mean, like, women are already now getting hit on more than they want, more than they claim to want, more than they can service.
No, I get you. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying, but they're still complaining that they want more.
Right. My thing is, like, in the store when the guy was staring at me, it was kind of making it uncomfortable. Like, say hi, say something. You could say hello. And, like, you know how you could see it out the corner of your eye? And I did make eye contact with him a couple of times, and he was still staring. Like, and I was thinking, well, is he staring because he liked me, or is there something on my face? Like, do I look weird? Like, I couldn't figure out why. But then at the end, he smiled. And then I was just like, okay, like, you could have said hello, how are you? I'm not saying he should have said, hey, can I marry you? I'm not saying that, but he could have at least, said hello or something.
He didn't have to say anything. No,
Unagreed.
No, what? See,
I know what you mean.
Why are you so eager for him to get rejected? Because that's what you sound like. You sound like you wanted him to shoot his shot so you could shoot him down.
No.
That is exactly what you sound like. The only thing he needed to say to you was, "Give me a Swisher Sweet." That's the only thing he needed to say.
No, I wasn't working. I'm saying I was in a store. Like I
Okay.
was in a store and he was like staring, like his eyes were just following me around. And at first I wasn't paying attention, but then you know how you can feel somebody staring you down. And so I just kind of like looked and he was just staring. And then like even when I walked across the room, he turned his head like he was staring. So I was just like, he could at least say hello. You know, I don't mind. See, I'm different because I'm not that chick that's gonna be nasty and mean and turn a man down. I would say hi. Like it's been times where I walk past people and say hi, how you doing? You know, he could at least spoke.
I don't care.
You know, not saying. You get what I'm saying?
No, I don't care.
Maybe
I don't care. Listen, if I see a woman and I look at her and like, "Ooh, that would be a nice place for me to place my penis." I do not care if she say hi to me if I'm not placing my penis there. I don't care. Well, you think that makes us happy that you're nice? I mean, granted, it's better than just being rude. However, that does not negate the fact that I'm not placing it there. And yeah.
No, I get you, GC, and
You were looking for an opportunity to politely shut him down.
GC, I wasn't. Okay. I really wasn't. I'm saying like, I'm seeing what they're talking about on the talk shows. I'm seeing what they're talking about. Like men do not want to approach. But I bet you if he would have seen me on Instagram, he would have been in my DMs. That's what I'm saying. But it's a shame because women, listen, I'm gonna make my point. Women made it hard for men. Like these women are so nasty and they're just like, when men do shoot their shot, they will call their brother to come fight them and stuff like that and make it seem like they was harassing them and things like that happens a lot. And that's why these men aren't approaching anymore. But
Melody, I will say this. I say like in the past 7-8 years, I've been getting like a lot less nastiness from women, particularly Black women. It could be a number of things. It could be that I become quite more handsome than I was 7-8 years ago. That could be one factor. Another thing is I could be old in their eyes. And so they look at me more like a OG father figure. So I'm really not in that category to them anymore. So they could be friendly. Or it could be that they are reacting to, guys not approaching and they're just changing their demeanor to be more approachable.
Oh, well, that's good that you see that because they were complaining that women aren't approachable anymore and men are not approaching, so it's messing up the dating scene. That's pretty much what they were saying. And then they were saying that men should still try, like they should speak to women in public and but just don't speak to any woman. You can tell. See, I'm all about energy and aura. I'm all about that. You can tell when somebody's going to be nasty to you. You can. If I'm in the hood trying to talk to somebody, that's different. She's probably going to be mean and nasty. But if I'm in a nice area and speak to somebody, even if she turns me down, I'm speaking as I'm a man. Like even if a woman turned me down, she didn't turn me down in a negative way.
It's funny. It's funny that you say that because when I was 17, right? I was in college, but so I could still date high school girls, right? And I did. And so I at the bus stop, I seen two girls. One was like a little hotter than the other. And by a little bit, I'm saying like if I gave one of them, say, an 8, then the other one would be like an 8.4 or something like that, right?
Okay, so they was basically
or 7 and 7.4. It's pretty much like a 40% of a point difference,
right?
And but the one that was a little bit hotter, she gave me like this scowling look, right? She gave me a scowling look. So I was like, oh crap, that's not welcoming. And the other one was smiling. You know those masks, and then they show the one smiling face and the one,
Yes.
like next to it was just like that. And
Right.
so, of course, me being an intelligent, high IQ brother, I went with the smiling face one, right?
Right.
And she gave me her number, and I called her, and she says to me, she was like, "How come you didn't get with my friend?" And I only remember the girl's name, but I don't remember her friend's name. And she said, "How come you didn't approach my friend such and such and such and such?" She all the other guys do. I was like, well, I actually thought that you looked better. No, I didn't. I did recognize that she was, 40% of a point less than her friend. But I said, I just was more attracted to you. And then I said, because I lie. Yeah, you ARC followers, I lie. So
you gotta lie.
Say that again.
Sometimes you gotta lie to get what you want.
Yeah, exactly. And so where was I? So I said that I was more attracted to you, and then I said, but why was your friend looking at me like that? It seemed like she wasn't interested anyway. And she said, no, she was. She just does that. She just says, she just does that. So you're supposed to walk up and you're supposed to say, why are you mugging? And then she says, because, and then you're supposed to say this. She had like the whole script written out. Because apparently she stands by while guys approach her friend, and I'm thinking like, this broad is crazy.
Yeah.
The other one, not the one I was talking. Well, they're both crazy. She crazy for kicking it with her.
Yeah. In that situation, I don't think I would want to be around her if I was the one that you exchange numbers with, because you don't know, she can get them hurt. You get what I'm saying? Like, you don't know if a crazy man would approach like, well, why you mean mugging? It's crazy people out here, men and women. You don't know what can happen because of her nasty attitude.
Well, but the cold part is she didn't have a nasty attitude, Melody. She just, I don't know what that is. And how I believe that all women are crazy, but I don't. It's like she was setting up a romantic. That's what she was doing. I figured out. She was setting up a romantic scenario that she played. That she already had the script, and she was giving it up to the guys that followed the script in her mind the way that she wanted it to happen.
Right.
Like he had to say those exact words in that exact way, and then if you did, you got a prize.
Yeah, that's crazy. Were they young?
Well, we all were young. So don't ask me that while we just got finished talking about R. Kelly. We all were young.
Yeah,
they were like a year younger than me. Hold on, it's just that I was in college and they was in high school, but they were just like a year younger than me.
I'm gonna change the subject a little bit. Do you think it's okay to lie a little bit on a dating app? Like, there was this story on this talk show that I watched where the woman was saying that she met a man, the man that she desired. She met him by saying she works out all the time, 7 days a week. She jogs. She's very active. Like, she tried to say things like that. So I guess the guy liked what he heard, and I guess her from her picture with clothes on, she looked decent, but she just wasn't like, she didn't look like she worked out. So she pretty much said when her and the guy got together, he asked, hey, let's go to the gym. And she went to the gym, but she didn't know how to use any of the machines. She didn't know what to do because she never been to the gym before. And she just had, and she said she felt uncomfortable when she took her clothes off. She wanted to turn the lights out because she knew she had like fupas and like stretch marks, and her legs weren't, none of her body was toned up. So she said when she got intimate, she wanted to do it with the lights out. and she asked, "Am I wrong? Was I wrong for lying on the app to get the man I desired?"
No.
So what should no?
No.
And why do you say no?
I say no because I lie. Or at least I lied back when I was online dating.
Right.
So I can't really fault a woman for saying the same type of little lies that I say. That's what I call little lies.
Little white lies. Little white lies.
Well, were they black?
No, I'm just saying white lies. Like they're not horrible lies.
Yeah, it's not like horrible lies. Yeah.
Right. And it's not like he didn't see her picture before he dated her.
No, a woman say that she works out, in order to please my penis. I have no problem with that.
But what about when you take her clothes off and see her body is?
No, that's what I have a problem with. That's what I do have a problem with.
So do you need her?
Apparently she was able to, and I've seen this before. Some chicks be wearing, it's not Spanx. They be wearing girdle Spanx combos. I seen that before. I was like, oh crap.
Yeah, I saw it too.
Yeah, so I have seen that before, and that's probably what she took the pictures in. Oh no, they had shape ups because it also hike up the boobs.
Yeah, it makes the boobs higher, and it makes the booty pop like bigger, and it just makes it shapes your whole body.
No, I see no problem with that. Just the same way I don't see a problem with the picture of a McDonald's hamburger don't look like a McDonald's hamburger.
Right.
I don't mind that too much. Back when I did it, when I was online dating, I lied about my income.
Mm-hmm. Well, I feel like income is none of the other person's business until you guys are married.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel. So I think it's okay to lie about your income, but to lie about something like going to the gym, working out, you have him thinking that you have like a top-notch body and things like that. And I run and I'm in shape. I like to run far. I like to run miles. This is the things that she was telling this guy. And when they got together, she was so out of shape. She couldn't do any of it. She didn't even know how to work the machines at the gym. The equipment. So it just was weird. Like,
no, I don't mind that.
Okay. Well, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I'm gonna read the last one before we get into the video. Sean said, but I will blame the man for having low standards.
I don't know how that's low standards if he believed a lie.
True. That's true.
I don't think that that's low standards if he believed a lie. I mean, you could say that he has low standards if he sees the fupa and he decides to continue. But no, I actually, I have backed out because a woman didn't look like her picture. And I did back out. I actually, that one time, and this was that sandwich bag story I was telling you about. And then there was another time, and I didn't tell you this story, where I just received top from her, and then she said, "It's your turn," meaning that she was ready. And see, the cold thing about her is because she's so used to having this happen to her that she knew when I was on the precipice. I was on the precipice, Melody. I was on the precipice, and she knew it, and that's when she stopped and said, "Your turn."
Right.
Right at the precipice. I was like 3 seconds away at the precipice.
Precipice.
And that's when she stopped and she said, "Your turn," and she laid down. I was like, "Oh no, I can't do that."
Right.
And she was like, "Why not?" I was like, "Look at because the moment I went to the precipice and she stopped, it went down. It went down. And I was like, "Look, this is what I'm working with. This is what I got. This I can't do anything with this. This is a jump rope. I can't do anything with this." And she was like, "Okay, get out."
Oh my God.
And it was like the middle of the morning. It was like 2 a.m. or something like that. She was like, "Get out.
What
Get out my house."
Do you think you should let a woman know that you don't do that before she does it to you?
Oh no. This isn't that thing that I don't like to do. This is just regular seg.
Oh,
I felt that
see.
she wasn't worthy of regular seg, and my manhood felt the same way.
Right.
Now, when she said it's your turn, no, that's what she meant.
Oh, I thought you meant
Because no, it really don't matter if I have like a stick or a jump rope, when you're talking about that other thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
I get what you're saying. Yeah, that's crazy. So she
no, they don't. 48
out.
laws of power say they all qualify. No, they don't.
Yeah,
No, they don't.
if they're
You know
big.
how you know how they say, good enough to bed, but not good enough to wed? Where there's also another thing, good enough for head, but not good enough for bed.
Oh.
And she just so happened to fall in that category.
So she was good enough for head, but not good
Yeah,
enough.
she was good enough for head. But as far as like looking at her while penetrating, I didn't want to do that.
Right. She wasn't pretty enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Or you could have turned her around and did it from the back, no?
No, I still know that it's there.
Right.
I still know that it's there.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all. So we're about to get into this Kendra G video. Fair use.
And she's not a secret.
You guys are
Hey, cousins.
Veronica. I don't met a man by the name of Rudy who said, hold on.
Child, you and everybody else.
Hold on, Veronica, because I got to do you the way I did him. Is this your husband?
Soon to be ex. But yes. I know him. I do.
Is this your wife?
Legally, yes.
This is your wife. You guys aren't divorced.
No.
She said that she was divorced.
We have our first mediation April 4th.
So you are still legally married to him?
Unfortunately, yes.
So you lied to us.
I didn't lie to you. So here's the thing. I didn't know what there's no shade to you. I didn't know who you were. I'd never seen your show. It was the first time I ever joined your show. Somebody kept sending me the link.
That got nothing to do with a question of you.
I didn't know. This is what I'm saying is I didn't know your requirements to be on the show was like, oh, you.
But that don't matter anyways.
So okay. Yes.
So you lied because the question was, are you divorced? Hold on. Whether you knew me or not, it ain't about shade. Questions are questions, and the direct question was, are you divorced? You said, hold on. Let me finish.
Okay, let's roll with it.
Let me finish, Veronica.
Okay, pause it.
I gotta finish. We haven't grown.
So she's doing that thing a lot of black women do where they don't let you speak when they know that they're wrong and you're right about something. Right. The chronic interrupting to downplay. No, the truth of the matter is you lied. Now, is this a valid, justified lie? Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, if you're on a dating site and you are soon to be divorced, then you lie and say that you're not married. I don't, see the problem with that to avoid unnecessary awkwardness before the person has a chance to get to know you. Like, you just tell them later or at dinner, like, listen, I'm married, but 4 months from now, the divorce will be final. That's something that a guy can say, okay, yeah, I get that.
Right. She should have said that.
No, but once again, first impressions. You want to have a good first impression.
That's true, but I don't know. I think Kendra just has a problem with her lying because Kendra requires you to be divorced. It's a requirement.
Yeah, so she lied because of that.
Yeah, so that's the problem Kendra has. But I do agree with what you said that she should have. That's another one of those little white lies where she's just saying it like she haven't been with her husband in a long time, like they're completely separated. And she even said that the ex-husband has a new girlfriend that he's living with and everything. So yeah, I agree. Now for the husband,
she just wanted to say that later. Like she it wasn't a matter of first impression. She wanted to have a good second impression.
Right, but for the husband to come up and tell it all, I think that was kind of lame.
Well, it is, which is probably why they're getting a divorce. Because, I mean, he should be more of the mindset of she's going to move on. We're going to get a divorce. Stop going up there like we're married. Come on now.
Right. Agreed.
Grown woman talk, because you want to start off lying again. Yes. I don't give a damn if you never heard of me. The question is simple. I asked you were you divorced, and then I asked you when you got divorced. Okay, 2 minutes. Have you ever been married?
I have, yes. Divorced.
When did you get to say again, honey?
I'm divorced.
Divorced. When did you get divorced?
Last June 2023.
So you said June. So that's why I said, do she think she's really divorced? So regardless of you met me from that day, the question was direct and clear. Are you divorced? When did you get divorced? The reason I asked the when is because people like yourself can be separated at times. So I asked the when. And then I think we brought it up 2 times. So you should just admit you lied.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. I wasn't completely clear about my divorce date, but yeah, in my mind,
so you thought you were divorced. You think you're divorced?
Absolutely. He's living with his ex-wife. He's living with his first wife. Like, you left here a year ago. And unfortunately, it's a technicality because in South Carolina, you have to be separated for a year before you can file for divorce.
I can just tell that she's very combative. I can tell.
Yeah, she is. She does appear to be a nightmare to be married to.
Right. But not only a nightmare to be married to, a nightmare to be around, period, whether it's friends, whoever. She's not, her energy is off.
Agreed.
Now, we were going to falsify and file in Florida and say that, hey, he was going to file in Florida so we can have an immediate divorce. But because of other things on his part, he decided, no, I'm going to try to file in South Carolina, or we would have already been divorced. This is just a drag out thing, but we don't speak. We don't talk. We have no interaction. We are done. We have nothing to talk. We have no kids. We have no ties. We have nothing together. We are done completely. But yeah,
let me ask you this.
That's fine.
Go ahead. No, what was you going to say?
No, I was going to say, but that's fine. I'll let you hold that. That's okay. Yeah, technically, yes. I'm technically, yes, still married.
So were you aware that you had a mediation in April?
Yes, I'm aware.
So then you knew when you talked to me that you were still married.
I literally just got the letter for the mediation in the mail.
So when you talked to me, but what I'm saying is, if you knew you had a mediation, you knew you were.
I didn't know that. I just got it today.
So you had no idea you had a mediation in April.
I just got it today.
Did you? Let me ask you this: when you talked to me, if a guy proposed to you, did you feel as though you could legally marry him?
Nobody would propose to me. Hence why I said I want to take my time.
I'm asking you, if a guy proposed to you, would you feel as though you were able to legally marry him?
Sure. I would say you just have to wait till after June.
Yeah, Kendra G she's badgering. It's like, listen, she lied. Remember when I had the nuclear physicist on the show?
Mm-hmm.
And he just straight up said, yeah, I lied. I'm not 27.
Right.
He was like, I lied because she said that she had a age range and I didn't want to get pineappled immediately. So I just said I was 27.
Right.
Made all the sense in the world. Like, I mean, I didn't badger the dude. I didn't badger the poor kid. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. You're just out of high school and, you're getting recruited for the Navy, like most young men in and fresh out of high school.
Right.
It made perfect sense and all that stuff.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense what Veronica did when she said they were divorced, especially because they were living apart and everything. So I wouldn't badger her for that either.
Mm-hmm.
But you know how Kendra G is. She is also combative. So those two together, their energy is just bouncing right off of each other.
Mm-hmm.
So this
she's drumming up the show.
Exactly.
We can get married, but after we have the June.
Well, you know what, Veronica, you trying to answer around these questions, child.
I'm not answering you. Asking me. I'm answering the question.
No.
If somebody proposed,
so you're right. So therefore, you knew that.
Kendra, they would already know. Like, hey, listen. Here's my situation. Here's what really happened. Here's the story. Here's what's gone on. If you're trying to propose, we can get married, but unfortunately, until after this date, June 18th of 2024. My court date is we're not legally divorced until then.
So, okay, Veronica, either way, why not just say you were separated when I asked you when you were divorced?
In my mind, we're divorced. We're divorced, and it's gonna all come out in the wash because in case I don't know if you didn't see all of the messages that all of this there's been a plethora of women who've been commenting on your TikTok, your Instagram, and your YouTube about their relationships with him during our marriage, the relationships that they had with him during our marriage.
But here's the deal: he didn't come on my show. And all I care about is coming on my show. I can't listen. I don't know you, and I don't know Rudy.
That's right.
But the rule of my show, it's a very clear rule. If you're separated, wait till you're officially divorced, and you can come back
again. And like I said, I didn't know that.
So what he's doing and what y'all doing, that's really y'all business. But when you come on my show, you make it my business. Now, if he would have called me and I would have asked him, is he still married, and he would have said he's separated, I would say, well, we can't continue because that's the rule. But let's go on. I want you to fact check some other things that he said. Do you have 3 children?
She said she had 2 kids. She has 3 kids. She has a daughter who's 26. She has a granddaughter who's 10. So that was inconsistent.
Do you have any children?
I do. I have 2 boys.
2 boys. How old are your boys? Huh?
17 and 10.
17 and 10. Are they both by the same man?
No, they're not. Here's the thing with a lot of that
stuff. Okay, pause it.
Because it has now become a legal matter.
Okay, yeah, she's being deceptive with her vagina. That's what she's doing.
It reminds me of what you told me that older women do so they can look younger.
Yeah, exactly. Like you look at her and now you're like she's in her 50s.
Right.
You know, like, or she's really close to it. You know, I probably would have guessed younger, but once they say 27-year-old daughter, she is a grandmother. That is something that would turn a guy off to find that out. Being a grandmother is a turnoff, a huge turnoff. Even if you're a young grandmother, even if you're like 40, you had your daughter at 20 and your daughter had a daughter at 20. Even if that's the case, it's still a turnoff. You are a grandma. Mm-hmm. Now, so yeah, that's just a bold-faced lie. And the daughter's 27, so that's you're deep in your 40s, if not 50s.
Yeah,
she and that reveals that, 17 and 10, you could still be in your 30s.
Right, and I would have guessed no older than 40 looking at this woman, but like you said, she did reveal by him calling in and saying she had a almost 30-year-old daughter and a grandchild. That right there automatically put her to at least 48 and up at least. So yeah, and it's so funny. I thought of you when I saw that part because I'm like, GC was saying that how some mothers would kick their oldest out the house, so when they bring men into the house, it won't interfere with their dating life.
Yeah, that is true. The daughter is 17, so I don't know if she was kicked out the house prematurely for that reason, but possibly.
No, the daughter's 28.
Oh, the daughter's 28. My mistake.
And
the daughter's 28.
She has a child.
Right. So the daughter's 28, and yeah, I don't know. She may or may not have been kicked out when she was young. I do know that that 10 years ago, men were looking at the daughter and not the mother.
Right.
So that would give like that extra motivation to get her out the house sooner.
I would say so.
Actually, now that I think about it, because the child is exactly 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the mother had. So the daughter had that baby to get out the house. That's what they do. Like.
Yeah.
You have a baby. You get you get in the system, and then that system feeds you and the baby.
Right.
So, yeah, it's not a coincidence that the grandbaby is exactly 10 and the daughter is 28, meaning that the grandbaby came like right at the nick of time, like right when the daughter turned 18.
Yep.
Not 16, not 20. The moment she was, she had to get out the house.
Yeah, I agree with that. and she looks like she's in competition with her daughter. Because she
And
looks
losing.
young. Let's be honest. She's not a bad looking woman.
Yeah, she looks young until you see an 18-year-old walking around in her panties. Then, like, I mean, a dude might have been like, oh, this is a good deal. But then you see that barely legal just walking around, like,
Yeah, exactly, GC.
it's like, oh, crap,
Yeah.
I'm going to play it on movie night. There was a Tubi movie I seen called Stepdaughter. And
okay.
yeah, it was a dude. Now, of course, he wasn't thinking that because it was his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so the mother was the stepdaughter. But I was looking at the situation, and maybe because I really like lip gloss, she was like glossy through the whole movie. She was just glossing.
Right.
And I was like, the mother is cool, or his wife is cool. His wife looked real good actually. But the daughter was just like, oh wow,
Yeah.
So youth is a factor.
Definitely. Especially if she's old enough to date the guy, like, and
I think in this movie she was 18. Yeah.
Right. And older men like younger women. This is
true.
It is.
These words are true.
And younger women like older men. So they could have hooked up behind her mom's back or anything. Who knows?
Well, there's a whole genre of corn dedicated to that particular fantasy.
Oh yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah. There's like a whole, and I don't get it. To me, I never had like stepdaughter desires like that. I mean, don't get me wrong, an attractive woman is an attractive woman, but there's lines that you don't cross, and your wife's daughter is one of those. Like, if she's your stepdaughter, you are married to this woman, and of all the people you can have as side pieces, you not only chose the daughter, but you fantasized about it too. Like, and it's commonplace. It's commonplace, and on whatchamacallit, on Pornhub.
Mm-hmm. It is. It's probably popular, like next to interracial.
Yeah, it's up there with that. And then sometimes they cross over because it's step. So you could get like a light-skinned black girl or something, and a white dude, or a black dude and a white girl or something, because it's just a step. It's a step.
I've seen that before. I've seen something crazy, but I turned it. I was like, oh no, I can't watch this. It was like the mother and father with the step. I was like, what the heck? Like,
oh, that's nasty. Yeah,
it was bad.
Hey, the craziest thing I've seen on Pornhub, and this is when Passport Bros really just started, to become big, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I typed in Brazil, and there was like a Brazilian woman stepping on the face of another Brazilian woman.
And that turned you on?
And surprisingly, yes. And I don't know why. Like, I didn't go out looking for that. Like, I didn't have that in my head before. Like, oh, I want to see a chick get walked on. But I was looking, I was like, wow, she is really just walking on this chick. Mm-hmm. And the other chick is just laying there with her shoes on her face. And she was just like, she was just like bouncing on her too, like trampolining on her. I was like, dang, she's really just walking on this chick. See, y'all like, what's going on? Hey, I didn't make this up. Look it up. I did not make that up.
Oh my God.
I did not make that up. My imagination don't even go to places like that.
I saw something crazy. I saw like a big, huge 400-pound woman and a real skinny white guy, and she was manhandling him, throwing him around, throwing him against the wall and beating him up, wrestling him and putting her butt in his face like Rikishi. Wrestling Rikishi, and she was just doing crazy stuff, kicking him, spat on him. I watched it because I was in shock.
Yeah, I was in exactly. Shock. Sometimes like, you just get like, whoa, what did I click on?
Yeah, I was like, what is this? You know, but
Yeah.
yeah, they got some crazy kinks going on.
Exactly. So that's why when people talk about Diddy and stuff, I'm like, listen, the fact that this crazy stuff exists, in the corn world means that there are people out there that are just like wired a certain way, and maybe I'm one of them. I'm not gonna lie and say I didn't enjoy watching a chick get walked on.
Yeah.
I can't even lie and say I didn't. I mean, they just treated her like she was a carpet. When I say they, I seen one where it was two of them, but they didn't have on shoes. So yeah, I was like, oh man, it's hot, but it's just like, how did they know that this would be a thing?
It's a thing. It's a thing.
Like,
and
people,
people,
I'm not. Trust me, it's not that big a thing. I'm not gonna get a couple of women together in Brazil and say, "Hey, I want you to walk on her while I watch." I'm not gonna do that.
why not? You said you'll pay women to race. You'll pay women to wrestle. You said that.
But those aren't sexual things.
True.
And quite frankly, like, I don't want it that bad. So say I were to pay for it, I would pay for the act itself, not for walking. Like, I mean, no matter how much I enjoyed seeing that, I would still prefer a threesome.
I guess. So you rather pay that $40 and just get the threesome?
Yeah, like, like, hey, if I had a choice between a threesome and watching a chick walk on another one, I would choose a threesome.
I guess.
Like that.
It's like
I'm not that dude that be like, okay, so you ready for your threesome, daddy? Oh no, just walk on each other.
Oh my god, I can't.
It's not that serious. It's not that deep.
Yeah. Oh my god. Okay, let's continue.
Matter, because as you know, in the state of South Carolina, libel and slander is punishable by misdemeanor fines. There can be civil ramifications.
Do you have 3 children, Veronica?
It is. I never said that I didn't. I have 3 children, and on my
I asked you how many kids you had. You said you had 2.
First of all, I don't. Children to me are they're children. I have an adult child who's not in my household.
She knew what she meant. Yeah.
She said an adult child. Like, she could have got away with that. That is a loophole that she could have explained. Like, you asked me how many kids I have, and I have 2 kids and 1 adult. But she did say I have an adult child, meaning that she do consider that her child.
Right. Like, most mothers consider them their child forever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can have a 50-year-old and say, that's my child. I have this many kids. They say it all the time on Kendra. The older people even say, yeah, I have 3 kids, 1 38-year-old, 1 40-year-old, So yeah, they do have the women who call them kids.
I do remember correcting my mom on that. Yeah.
Right.
She didn't call me a child as an adult, but when I was like 10 or so, I did like, listen, I'm not a kid or a baby anymore. I forget what it was, but I did demand an up title because my mom was still on that ish.
Mm-hmm.
So you're right. They do see you as yeah.
They always see you as a child.
Mm-hmm.
So when you say children, if a man is going to date me, he's going to date me and my 2 children. The 2 children I have in my home. I have a child.
No, a man is not going to date your 2 children.
Yeah, that was nasty.
That was so weird.
Yeah.
I've lived in my house in 10 years. She's 27 years old. She's almost 30. That is an adult.
Like with women, I have to ask the most direct question to get an honest answer. So do I have to start saying how many children have come out, how many people have come out your body in order to get the real answer? Like, I have to really go
or maybe just in total. But when you're saying children, because if you're on a dating show, somebody's going to date you, they're going to date your children. I have an adult child.
Why does she keep saying that? That's false. A man is not going to date your children. Where is she getting that from? So weird.
And she's not a secret.
Back and make
on my social media page, my grandchild and my child are both on my social media listed all throughout my page.
Let me ask you this.
So there was no denial about that.
How many people have come out of your body?
3.
So that's how I have to start asking women questions, obviously.
That's how you would like to phrase your question.
How many people have come out of your body? Do you think that's a good way of asking, GC? You there, GC? He must be busy.
Oh, no, my bad. No, I just had the mute button on. But no, I said some people have stillborns.
Oh, true. Well, I've seen some women actually say, I had 3 children and one was a stillborn.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Now, I think what the hell? I think the better thing is how many, hold on one second. I was doing something else. How many living people, how many living people came out of your body? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How many living people came out of your body? That's a good way of asking.
Mm-hmm.
People have come out of your body in order to get the real number of how many people you birthed. That's really sad that I have to go that deep with a 43-year-old woman.
It's not sad. It's not sad. Now, do you want to have the conversation?
Oh, only 43.
Well, she likely lied about that. But isn't that like 15 when her daughter was born? Wasn't she like 15 when her daughter was born then?
Mm-hmm. So she's young. She's only 43. I don't know. She might be lying about that because I'm looking around the mouth area. Like she looks older than that.
So yeah, I mean, she could have had a child at 15. Don't get me wrong. She could have had a child at 15. But which gives credence to what I was saying before when she was 33, and her daughter was 18. She didn't want to look. She like if you're 33 and you have an 18-year-old daughter, you look 40.
Yeah, you look a lot older. You're right. And she was, like someone said in the chat, she was probably competing with her daughter. She
definitely was competing with her daughter. Like, yeah, I mean, if she's 33, then the guys that she's dating is around 30 to 35. And of course, they're very close to her daughter's age.
Right.
Like I always thought that about Jason Mimosa. Like, I wouldn't be messing with Denise Huxtable. I'd be going after Zoe Kravitz.
Mm-hmm. Well, why is that again?
Zoe is younger.
Right.
Zoe is younger, and Zoe is actually closer. I think Zoe is closer to Jason's age than Lisa Bonet.
Right. Makes sense.
Jason was significantly younger than Lisa Bonet.
So it wouldn't have made sense for him to be with her. He should have just been with Zoe.
I'm just saying, and I would be thinking Zoe. Zoe is like a younger her.
Right.
You were 21.
You didn't have this energy.
Veronica, if you were 21, I would expect that.
So have the correct energy for me because I didn't come at you wrong like that, Kendra.
But no, the reason the energy right now
is unnecessary. It's unnecessary. It's unnecessary. It really is. It's unnecessary. Here's the deal.
Kendra have met her match. She met her match.
She still got a ring on though.
Mm-hmm. She do. This whole thing is just wrong.
Was allowed to come onto your platform and slander somebody. You're absolutely right. We can't. So go ahead. It's your platform.
Here's the deal. Whether you knew me or not, you called me. I don't know you if you never called me. Rule number 1, plain and simple. You decided to call me. Once you call me, you make your business our business, the cousin's business. Watching. Now, I'm just going to say, I had no idea that I had to ask a 43-year-old woman how many people came out of her body in order to get the real answer of how many people she birthed, because children, she's past that age. That to me, if you were 21, I would expect this dialogue. But to be a woman that's 1 year younger than me, that's kind of sad and pathetic, just being honest.
But that's your opinion. But I don't have, this is a grown woman. This is an adult who doesn't live in my home, who hasn't lived in my home in probably almost 10 years she hasn't lived in my home. So when you say children, to me, that is a child. If somebody is going to interact with me, they're interacting with two children who are actually in my home. This is an adult who lives 5 states away. I don't consider that to be a child. I've never neglected her. She's very much a part of she's on my social media. Like, it's not like I'm negating the fact that I ever have had a child. So, you know, and that's a technicality. Here's another thing. Oh, she lives here and not here. Hello. Nobody ever says, I might as well just drop the pin and gave my address. I'm in this area. You don't exactly say, hey, this is where I am. It's like somebody who lives in Hollywood. You don't know where Hollywood, Florida is. So you would say, oh, I'm in the Miami area. Oh, I'm in Miami. Because most people know that as a landmark. That's not a lie. For safety.
What does a landmark got to do with her saying she only got 2 kids? GC.
Well, no, I mean, Kendra's trying to count the lies. I mean, to me, the location, I do that too. I don't want to give out the specific location of where I'm at, so I give like a general vicinity. So I get that.
But she didn't give a general answer when Kendra asked how many kids. She didn't say, well, I have 2 living with me, and then I have an adult, you know, who lives far.
No, that's something different.
You know, she should have just said that instead of just denying that she was her daughter completely and denying the fact that she has a grandkid. She didn't even bring the grandkid up. But I understand, to your point, that's a turnoff to men. So she didn't want that to be.
Well, yeah, it ages her. I mean, and then it shows like, wow, you got down at 15.
Right. It's just all wrong.
Reasons you don't say, especially when you live in a small town, oh, I live here. So some of these things were so petty, and the fact that you was just like followed up on them, it was just absurd to me. But again, slander and libel is a real thing, and in the state of South Carolina, it is considered a misdemeanor. It is, and I have to be cautious on what I say because the matter now is with my attorney. However, a lot of that stuff was false and incorrect. And there are women who have been trying to reach out to you who also have receipts and pictures and videos that are timestamped during the time of our marriage, who can attest to saying, hey,
I already addressed that. The bottom line is this. I don't know. You and Rudy called me. That's just the fact.
Right, but what did you address?
Hold on, let me finish. Let me respond to what you just said. I'm not saying Rudy is this Prince charming man, outrightfully so. But the point of the matter is Rudy did not call on my show and tell me that he was not married and I proceeded. That's all that matters. Now, what y'all do in y'all life, that's your business. I'm not here to defend his character. He didn't try to call me to be a guest on my show. If you want to fact check, there's another. You're busy? Hello?
Hey, look at that underbelly.
Hello?
Yeah, she had a big fupa.
Oh, crap.
Big old fupa.
Because like on the other one, I was thinking that she got some tig old bitties. But yeah, they're there hiding. They're there hiding that yeah. And it got a piercing in it.
Yep. She should have been took that piercing out 10 years back.
I don't think she can. I think that it's just like sunken into her now.
Maybe.
Like it consumed her.
Yeah, she should definitely work on her stomach. And is it me or does she remind you of Courtney Michelle?
You know, I did think that without the accent.
Right. Yeah, she looks like her a little bit. Same complexion, same type of, same age, around the same age and everything.
Yeah, they are around the same age. Isn't Courtney like 41 or something?
Yeah, she just turned 41. Yeah.
Oh, we can't hear you.
Oh, how about now?
I can hear you now.
Sorry,
I got some paid questions, but I'm not done yet. Do you want to respond to the fact whether or not you had surgery?
What in the world? When she said she never had surgery, I'm like, what? Like, you had just had surgery when I met you. Like, we met in Haiti, and you had just had surgery in Dominican Republic. Like, how is it that you didn't? But the navel never lied.
Oh, he put her on blast.
Okay. All right. So I was in the Dominican Republic, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was a bunch of black chicks. I'd say maybe 10 or 12 of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm being a gentleman and I'm opening the door and like they all walked through the door that I opened, and the last one was the only one to say thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "You're welcome." And she said, and then another one said, I meant to say thank you too. I didn't know that you. I thought that you were Dominican, right?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Well, I know what gracias means. If you and you do too. Like, I mean, y'all did just walk through without thinking. Like 11 out of 12 of y'all just walked through without thinking." And I was wondering why were they there, but now I'm thinking that they were going there to get mass, whatever.
Of course.
Mass boobies. Like they like they just went to the doctor and say, "Give me 2 dozen," and it's cheaper by the dozen.
Yeah.
Like them, a dozen booties.
Not a dozen booties.
Yeah, like, but they was probably going under the knife.
Most likely, yes. More than likely.
And it's nothing wrong. I mean, like, to get something done in a place where it's cheaper to do, I don't see anything wrong with that. I probably wouldn't want to like go under the knife there. In fact, actually, you tell me, Melody, what should I go under the knife for?
Nothing.
Okay, I guess I can't think of and I'm not being I can't think of like what would I go under the knife for?
I think
but
everybody should just work out and do it naturally. Because I actually know someone, I told this story before. I know someone who died in DR getting it done.
Well, Kanye West's mom died in Brazil, right?
Yes, for getting surgery. So it's nothing to play with. One wrong cut, that's it. That's your life. And
especially with the booty. I said, especially with the booty, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. The BBL, they said, is the worst one because what's that interview when a doctor was talking? He said that he prays every day before he goes into surgery because one wrong cut, he can cut like a vein or something and the person can bleed to death. So
yeah, like if the doctor nicks that ass bone, that's it.
Yeah. You're stupid. Yeah, but you gotta be careful.
In a wheelchair with a BBL, like the doctor that nicked my ass bone. It was horrible.
Oh my god.
He nicked it. Like, this is
it. And not only
then
that,
she just gets out the wheelchair and twerk for a second. Like, yeah, but I got that booty though.
Right. And not only that, but it's like I heard it hurts really bad for like weeks. They can't even sit down on their behind, and it's like it's not worth it. And a lot of them are botched. You ever saw that show Botched?
No, I seen commercials. I know it exists, but did I sit down and watch people's, science experiment goes wrong? No, I never watched it.
Yeah. It's crazy.
But no, what's crazy is this chick. So she went to the Dominican Republic and she got work done and she took that work to Haiti. Which really tells me that she has a thing for dark skinned dudes.
Yeah.
Because like, how come you didn't just like keep that new whatever surgery and work it in the DR?
Right. Nope, she didn't do that. She wanted to make her chocolate.
If you look at a person's navel, it won't lie.
What? Wait, I do remember that. She told us her body was real.
What? No.
Let's do the Kendra Cam, Veronica.
I do want to preface it. I was in pajamas. I just got out of the shower and I was in pajamas, but okay. Well, I didn't say pajamas, but what?
All your tattoos are real? Oh, you have a lot of tattoos.
Yeah, they are all real.
Okay.
All right, so she don't look as big here as she does on.
She's sucking it in. Men do that too.
Yeah.
She's sucking it in. She was preparing. She's like, okay, I'm gonna be on Kendra Cam. Let me just
right.
And then talk like this. Keep it tight until I sit back down. But see, we caught the slip up early. We caught the slip up in the later video where she, didn't prepare for it and just.
Yeah, because she had a big old fupa there.
Yeah.
But you could tell
and
she
you as
has
a woman too, you know that sucking it in takes off some a significant amount of inches. You know that.
Oh yeah, definitely. I sometimes I suck it in when I'm walking because it's good to do that. It helps, like because you're working your muscles. So yeah, but she definitely sucked it in. But you could tell she's not like in shape to where she works out. That's definitely a BB.
You have a nice leg.
Well, yeah, she has that brown sugar. She has that post surgery, but didn't keep it up thing.
Right. Look at her
Like
arms
a
and her
doctor took
stomach.
out, a good 40 pounds. And then, but she still kept her habits the same. She still drinks the soda. She still, so it's going to come back. And once it reaches a new plateau, she's going to go back to the Dominican again. She's going to go back to the Dominican and begin again.
Yeah. Because Cardi B admitted that she's too lazy to work out and she keeps going under the knife.
Yeah. So I guess I could afford it there. I don't know how much it costs. I do know that because when I go there, I get things done that I don't get done here because of the cost, and really because it's so cheap. Like I never got a facial in the U.S. For example.
Right.
I never, had a chick just dig in my blackheads and do all that. Because for one, I have pretty decent skin, so it'll just be an unnecessary expense. And there it's like it's only $10, so why not?
Yeah, so much cheaper there.
Yeah, I don't know how much it costs here.
For a BBL,
no, I don't know. I'm saying I don't know how much a facial costs here in the U.S. Especially in California. I don't know.
Oh, facial like $70. I got one before.
Like really? So yeah, I just like $10 is like why not? And then like a chick will say, hey, you want your nails clean? Yeah, all right, why not? So like stuff I don't do here, like a manicure or something like that. Like, hey, might as well. It's what, $4? Like I ain't tripping.
Yeah, just like you said, like massages you do there.
Yeah, in the Philippines, massages in the DR it was $14, and the Philippines it's how much is it? $4. It's 200 pesos, which is $4.
Oh, that's cheap.
That's very cheap. Yeah, you get it done every day. Like I don't get a massage every day.
Yeah, I want to go now. I need a massage.
Well, you are going. Aren't you going on that cruise?
I am going on a cruise.
Yeah, get yourself a facial. It's on the cheap.
I will.
Like all that good stuff.
Yeah, definitely will.
Not a BBL. I mean,
No. No BBLs for me. I'm not risking my life for that botch looking body. To me,
braces. I actually was talking to she was only 25. I was talking to a woman, pretty as hell too. I thought she was lying. Maybe she was, but who said that she was a dentist. And she spoke perfect English. And I was like, listen, I'm not saying that you lying, but where I come from, dentists are a lot older and a lot less pretty. So but then she started talking teeth, like really tough. And I'm like, okay, I guess maybe you are a dentist. But apparently they have people there that give like, what does she call it? I forget, but let's just say it's the equivalent to an unlicensed dental work.
What do you mean? Oh, yeah.
Meaning that it's not done by an official dentist.
Oh, a hygienist?
No, an orthodontist rather. It's not done by a licensed, educated orthodontist.
Right.
It's just done by a non-licensed person. And she was saying that teeth can fall. Because I was like, hey, it's a lot of women here with braces, more so than I see in young men. I said, I see braces here more frequently than I see in the States. And I was like, so, she was like, yeah, but those are really like unlicensed. But my point is that you get braces cheap too.
Yeah. You can get everything cheap. Everything. Unless you're in the tourist area. In the tourist area, it's the same prices as it is here.
Well, no, because the facials and stuff is in a tourist area.
Oh, okay.
Now it's probably the products, not the labor. Products in the tourist area are more expensive. So like actually soda's not, but certain products, like if you was to like toothpaste. Toothpaste was more expensive. And just like general stuff. It was the same. Condoms the same cost. Like if you need stuff for your hair, like all that is the same cost. I don't know why sodas are like a 20 cents or something like that, but like if you want some scissors, I remember I needed some scissors. That's the same price. So yeah, in fact, sometimes things like gas cost more because they have to import it.
Right. So yeah, some things are more expensive, some are not.
You have a nice body.
I want to answer this real quick though. You could tell this is my natural body. Everybody's got something to say. Everything matches, and you could tell. And if you can go look at my social media, and you can tell I've been like this all my life. I'm Afro Latina, and if y'all know, Latin women and Black women are naturally built this way. So yeah.
Okay. So anybody that had concerns.
She actually went in on it too.
She did. She went in on it like she was telling the truth.
Oh crap!
That was pretty
He's
bad.
not the father of any of those kids. Is he even American? Or did he marry her and get a green card?
I think he's Haitian. He said he was Haitian.
Well, he said he met in Haiti. But he could have been on vacation too.
True.
But if he's Haitian, he just milked her for a green card.
Yeah. Well, honestly, she might even be lying about that.
No, he's the one that said that they met.
Oh, he said he said it. I don't know.
About her body, it is authentic. She's never had no body surgery. This is the body. She got it from her mama and her daddy.
My mama on my social media, you can see her too. Miss Olivia was a hottie in her day too. So
I have to be very cautious about what I say because again, it's at this point it's a legal matter because.
Well, you call me, girl. So what you call me for? I'm asking you questions, so you don't want to answer that.
So
because that was something.
Hold on.
That was something you
got a dip on your chip, Kendra. Like, don't have that energy with me. Like, you didn't have that energy.
Well, no, Veronica, I'm gonna have energy with you because I'm getting irritated because the fact of the matter is you called me. You
combative. She giving her that same energy back.
You know, you get. Oh crap! Now Kendra G knows that crap feel like.
Yeah, pretty much. She's matching her energy.
You call me lying. So if you don't expect this type of energy, I don't know what you would expect. You literally called and told lies on my show. This is a major show.
But did I tell the lies?
Yeah.
You're at this point you're calling me a liar and you don't know if I did.
Veronica, just two different. Veronica, are you a part of this interview? Are you a part of this interview?
Are you a part of it? Because it seems like this is the Kendra.
Okay, Veronica, listen, honey. I'm not gonna play these games with you. You just admitted to two lies in this interview.
How is that a lie? That is not a lie.
You admitted that you are married and you told us that you were divorced. That's a lie. That's not. What's going on here? Okay, that's an admission of lying.
The divorce. There's more than two. It's the divorce, the kids, the surgeries. Like she's like deep in it.
Yeah, she's really deep in it.
She's habitual.
Yeah,
it's habitual. She's a habitual liar.
Habitual liar.
She's a son of a habitual liar.
Right. I can't believe anything she says. This woman is nuts.
Like when you come out on a public platform, for me to say, "Oh, I live here, but not here. I live."
Okay, that's okay. We're not talking about that. I didn't even bring that up. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the basic where everything begins is you said you were divorced and you are legally married, and that is a lie. We can fact check the fact that you are legally married. You told a lie, Veronica.
That's fine. If that's not what you want to roll with, that's okay. But so we not.
Yeah. I'm rolling with it's just the facts of what it is.
It's the facts.
Got anything to say?
No, every now and again I just say but no, it's funny because the same pattern of lying, like that's your opinion, and stuff like that. She's doing the same stuff that sisters do all the damn time. That's your opinion. Okay, if you say that, like, no, it's obvious. You could be like 2 + 2 is 4 if you say so. I mean, I guess that's your opinion. I mean, I guess.
Right.
It's like, no, this is a fact.
Yeah, they try to turn facts into opinions, which is wild.
Exactly. My first stream this year was to say I'm not dealing with these not all people.
Not all.
Yeah, exactly. It is crap like this.
That's fine. So we're not going to roll. We're not going to talk about any of the lies that Rudy told, because Rudy came on here and just lied, and he was allowed to just talk openly for 20 minutes, and you never interrupted him. You never gave him this hostile energy. This man was allowed to come onto your platform, and say whatever he wanted to say. Libel, slander, was able to come on here and say whatever he wanted to say.
Well, like I said with Rudy, I said it several times. I have to use.
It's not slander, and it most certainly isn't liable.
Mm-mm. Saying that she has another child and a grandchild is not slander.
I mean, it only is if she don't, and she do.
Right.
But it most certainly isn't liable. I don't think she know what her words mean. Like, it has to be written. Mm-hmm. He didn't write that down and put it in text it to Kendra. Like, how is that liable?
She's not very smart.
Holy crap.
Yeah, she's pretty bad.
Allegedly, because he said something about a video and he was ready to show the video. Now I didn't allow him to show the video. I don't know if
that. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Thank you for that.
You guys haven't spoken since July of last year, like no communication.
Well, that's when she sent me the video of her having a threesome with a chick going down on her.
I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
He looked like Ashley Larry.
He does. If I can remember what Ashley Larry looked like, he does.
He's doing a Netflix comedy I'm not gonna watch it, but he's doing one of those. He's lame. He's a lame dude. Like, he started talking trash about Dave Chappelle, even though Dave Chappelle gave him the only name that we know of him. Mm-hmm. I don't know his last name. I don't know his real name. I just know him as Ashley Larry.
Right.
That's all he is, and that's all he's ever gonna be. And it's thanks to Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, I saw him in his stand-up when he came to Jersey. I saw him.
Yeah, that's him. He's doing that. He's on the chitlin circuit, and he's trying to be funny. I see him like in extra roles every now and again. I seen him on that TV series BMF.
Oh yeah. So
yeah, he was on there. I'll see him from time to time, and but yeah, so dude just kind of favors somebody saying in the chat room, what's it, Donnell Rawlings. So yeah.
Oh yeah, Donnell Rawlings.
Like yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was just watching his special yesterday.
Oh, so yeah, I seen that it was there. You know what I did watch on Netflix? When I was perusing through Netflix looking for something to watch?
What's that?
Kelly Rowland.
Oh yeah, I want to watch that. I did see it too.
Yeah, maybe I'll play it on movie night. But yeah, yeah, I want to watch. I watched the Kelly Rowland movie. It was decent, and I actually reached out to Shay Sade, or to do a movie review.
On what?
On that movie, on that Kelly Rowland movie. You see, in her comment in her community tab, she did some posts critiquing it. So I said, hey, let's do a let's do a movie review.
That's a good idea.
It is, yeah. But she hasn't hit me back yet.
I'm sure she would.
Yeah, maybe not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but he does look like him, because now that I didn't know his other name. I remember the name Ashley Larry. I remember seeing him a long time ago in stand-up comedy, but I never I didn't know he was Donnell. It's so weird. I didn't know he was Donnell Rawlings too. So
well, and he's not. He's not Donnell Rollins. He is Ashley Larry. You see, and that's nice of RZA to actually mention his real name. But to be perfectly honest, until you are a you got to earn your name as an actor. You got to earn your name, and until you actually earn your name, you are the name of your most popular character. You just are.
right.
You know, like the cast of Friends. You know, like, listen, dude, you are Ross until I say otherwise. Until you have earned a name in something else, you are Ross.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Tyrese Gibson was Jody until he earned his name in other things. He was Jody.
Right.
And that's how that go. Ashley Larry has not earned his name. And yeah, Breadman from Martin. What's Breadman's real name? Like, no, he hasn't earned another name. He's always is and going to be Breadman.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, you have to earn another name. And Ashley Larry, quite frankly, have not earned another name.
And a dude in the background. What?
Right now, those are some tough allegations, y'all. I have to use the word allegedly because I don't know if that's a true. She sent you a video. No, you're not gonna. I'm gonna prohibit you from showing the video.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna prohibit you from showing the video. We won't do that. We won't do that. We won't do that.
Right.
We won't do that. But do you want to right now say if that video exists?
The video exists, and it was after the fact, the date that we are legally separated. The paperwork that gives the date of the date that we are considered by the court legally separated, that video occurred after we were legally separated.
Okay.
After. Now,
have you ever had body surgery?
His indiscretions, I have to be cautious. I have to be cautious. Like I said, I can't say a whole lot because it's with my attorney, but there are.
You could say if you had body surgery or not.
Mm-hmm.
You can say if you had body surgery or not. Now, what does that mean? The proof is in the navel.
I have no idea. Why, somebody said that?
Well, the guy said that. He said the proof is in the navel. So, like, I guess she must have had lipo, because that makes sense that that's where they take it out of, where they take the fat out of, the navel, the same place food used to go in, you know, when you were an embryo or whatnot. That's where it makes the most sense. But
no,
yeah,
it does.
Yeah. So, but I'm wondering what happens afterwards. I'll look it up. But like, do it look all chopped up? So now I know. Like, if I see something, and I never really just stared at a chick's navel looking to see if she had lipo, but I will.
Want to come on the platform and say,
okay, well, they can. Well, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. You got to understand this. You could be in your emotions and you could be in your feelings.
I'm not.
But hold on. I'm trying to do the listen and talk back rule because we can't talk over each other. But the fact of the matter is, Rudy, again, and I said to him, I don't know him. I don't know you. It's y'all word against y'all. But the fact of the matter is, you just admitted that he is still legally your husband. And that's why he came on to expose the truth. Now I'm asking you this question 3 times. I'm gonna ask it again. Okay. You volunteered. You actually volunteered. Hold on one second, Veronica. Hold on one second. I never asked women if they had body surgery. First of all, hold on, Veronica. Let me finish my statement. I never asked them if they had body surgery. You decided to volunteer that your body was natural. You got it from your mama.
I do want to answer this real quick though. You could tell this is my natural body. Everybody's got something to say. Everything matches, and you can tell. And you can go look at my social media, and you can tell I've been like this all my life.
So right now, have you ever had any type of surgery or lipo?
Wait, are you fasting it?
What I say?
Yes.
No, put it regular.
Okay.
Because this video has been downloaded and sent to my attorney, and I do have an attorney.
Why can't you answer that simple question though, Veronica?
Because I have to be cautious about what I say.
You have to be cautious of whether or not you had surgery.
I have to be cautious about what I say because
I know, but I'm just saying why
pause
can't
it.
you? I mean, first of all, hold on.
If you got to be cautious about if you had surgery or not, then why did you say you didn't?
Exactly.
You don't have to be cautious about that. You just don't want to get caught in a lie and have everybody know that you suck more ways than one. Yeah. Huh.
Facts.
That you get sucked. You don't get it. Yeah. Huh.
Oh my God.
Let me ask you this though. Let me just say this, but let me say this so I can understand. I never was gonna ask you if you had body surgery. I don't ask women that question. Hold on, let me finish. Hold on, let me finish. Veronica. Let me finish.
Hit the like button, y'all.
Yeah, hit the like button.
Let me finish.
Women on your show, you treat them differently. Anytime
Veronica, you are separate right now. What are you talking about? I'm asking you to. This is your PSA.
I'm telling you facts.
Wait, hold on.
She is changing the subject. She is dodging the question on that body surgery thing. Listen, she went under the knife. She went under the knife. She went under it.
Yep. She sure did. She don't want to say, but she did it. She lied about that, and she lied about everything else.
I'm gonna YouTube that. I wonder, like all the people under the knife, I wonder what that looked like.
What will it look like?
How much fat is it?
Oh, I don't know.
No, I'm curious. That's what I want to see. And like, if a person goes in and says, "I want you to suck out about 10 pounds," I don't know what the 10 pounds looks like in the liquid state, and I'm curious. So I'm gonna YouTube that after the show because I'm curious. Okay, so at the gym they have like a display, and it says 3 pounds of fat and then 3 pounds of muscle. So I do know what 3 pounds of fat, looks like when it's solid. But I don't know what it looks like in when it's liquid, because they have to liquefy it, I'm assuming, to take it out your belly. So I'm just curious. Yeah, that's an aside. I was just curious.
Yeah, it probably looks crazy.
But we're not going to continue like this if you're not going to admit. As I say, I never asked women if they had surgery. You offer to volunteer that your body was natural. So if you offer to volunteer that your body was natural, why can't you just admit to it or not admit to it right now?
I just want to understand this. At first, you were caught up on the fact that, well, are you married or are you not married? Your man came on here and said he was this, he was that. And so you're not allowing me to speak to anything. What you're concerned about is what you're concerned about. And I get it. This is entertainment for you and you want ratings and you want.
No, I'm just trying to get that check. I'm just trying to get that check.
You want the mess and you want the tea. What you don't want to do.
Girlfriend, you call me. I don't know you. I don't want the mess of the tea. Y'all call me up. I don't call nobody, honey. I call no one. You called me. Plain and simple. What I'm doing right now is I'm asking fact check questions. Right. Like I said, hold on, let me say it again.
Okay, but did you fact check him? Did you fact check him when he came on your show? Did you fact check him?
Only way I can fact, well, Veronica, listen. Only way I can fact check him is to talk to you. Listen, Veronica, this is what I'm doing right now. This is what I'm doing right now. You're the fact check. I'm giving you the opportunity to fact check.
But you're not.
I can only fact check with you, Veronica.
Are you really giving me the opportunity? Are you really giving me the opportunity?
Veronica. Here's the deal. I'm gonna say it for the fourth time.
I'm gonna digress and take.
I'm gonna say it for the fourth time. You volunteered the information about not having surgery. I didn't even ask the question. You volunteered the information.
A lot of information.
So now I'm asking you now.
To me how you're
so now I'm asking you now, Veronica.
And it's showing.
Is that a true statement that you said?
Showing. And like I said,
okay, we done. Child, let me tell you something. The rules of this show. No videos come down and I call nobody. You call me. Plain and simple. Now, the fact that you're not willing to answer the question that you offered to us. I never even asked you if you had body surgery. Never was going to ask you if you had body surgery. You said you never had body surgery. Now I done asked you 3 times if you want to confirm or deny that. And every time I ask, the attorney is involved. How could the attorney be involved in something that you volunteered to tell the world? That question would have never came up. But now all of a sudden, you can't say legally if you had body surgery or not. Child, listen, let me tell you something, child. The one thing about this is you guys play yourselves all the time. I've been doing the show for 4 years. If you didn't know about it, that's on your ass. That is on your ass. If you don't know about the show, there's plenty of videos. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on YouTube. Plain and simple. This is not a new show, honey. It's not a new show. And this was your opportunity to deny a lot of things that Rudy said. And, you know, it is what it is. I want this to be a lesson to everyone that calls in to the show. No videos come down. Do not lie. Plain and simple. If you
All right, that was it for that one. Okay, what are your thoughts on that video?
I mean, wow. Yeah, so the woman was definitely putting herself in the best light, which really goes to show that she's not looking for long term. Or I don't know, she's looking for long term, but she's hoping that once she puts it on him, that he's going to overlook all the lies. And we do. Not lies like that, but some of the smaller ones we do. If we like the chick.
Agreed. I do agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but she was a liar. She was insecure about herself. She was insecure about having an older daughter and a grandchild. She was insecure about her body being done. She was insecure about the fact that she was still married. It's like it sounds like this woman is not happy with her life at all. So she has to fabricate a lot of things when she's looking for a man. But that's not fair, because if she did find a man on the show, he's going to be upset. Like, well, I thought you said you only had 2 kids. So now you're telling me I got to know you and everything, and now I'm finding out you have an older daughter that's close to 30 and a grandchild. That's not fair to the man who would have reached out to her.
Well, once again, you know, she wants to she feels that once she puts it on him, none of that's gonna matter.
Of course, just like the woman with the gym, the woman I told you about in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing. But yeah, it was cringe, and her insecurities were definitely showing. So another crazy episode of Kendra G in the books.
Yeah, that was wild. I have to say that. I didn't. Yeah, that particular one was wild, especially with the editing and stuff like that. She really went out. I don't know if the girl called back or if Kendra G, asked her to call back or what, but yeah.
No, she didn't call back. That was it.
Yeah.
It was crazy. But she was getting caught up, so she hung up the phone. She didn't know what to do. She's like, all right, she got me. She caught me. Let me hang up the phone because this is embarrassing at this point. But it was another great show, and thank you for coming as usual. I enjoy doing Checkmate with you. I want everybody to hit the like button.
On both channels. I don't think that people are properly weaning into this new channel. I think that they are staying in the other channel because you make it comfortable. They got to come to they got to come to the Melody Amber channel.
Yeah, come to the Melody Amber channel. I'm going to have the description and a link below. And I want, I want all of my mods to drop the Melody Amber channel right now so that new people can subscribe. And yeah, it was a great show. I appreciate it. And you have anything else to say before we end it?
No, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
All right. It was a great show. I appreciate everything. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
Peace.